On November 27, 2013, this is Social Lesson number 13, Part 3. Greeting Bridge fans, Michael here, Bridge fans, and welcome you to another lesson on Declare Play. Once again, we're going to take a look at those end plays, safety plays, and promoting those spot cards, making those working honors work for us to our best advantage. Now, you recall in the last session, we had a fairly simple hand where the dummy did not have any side suit entries, but did have ace king 5 times. We, in our hand, had 3. So that means opponents had 5. They normally will break 3-2 about 2/3 of the time. So we're going to, rather than only get 2 tricks, we're going to duck 1 time and then play up to our ace king on that second and third play of the trick. By that time, the opponent's cards in that suit have been extinguished, and we make 4 tricks rather than 2. Well, we're going to start off today on hand number 4, where we're going to see where we might have bad breaks. And if we want to fulfill our contract, we're not interested in the over tricks, but we want that game bonus, then we better play a safety play. And that's how we'll start off our saga today. And the difference between an optimist and a pessimist is? Well, a pessimist used to be an optimist, but now they're equipped with information. And I hope you are too. See you at the table. So on our first hand, South is a dealer, and we'll spend a little bit of time on the bidding on this one. It's kind of an interesting hand. It is a 6-3-2-2, ace king queen 6 times. Doubletons in the majors and 8-7-6 in the club suit. So it is a semi-self-sustaining suit. You recall that is where we take a look at the honors plus the length. In fact, we have the 3 top honors. 3 plus 6 long is 9. 9 is definitely a semi-self-sustaining suit. And with only missing the jack 4th against you, you would only lose 1 trick anyway. So yeah, this is a very good suit. So we can take a look at our losers. Maybe 1 in diamonds, maybe not. Depends on whether you're a pessimist. And in spades, we have 2 losers. In clubs, 3. And in hearts, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 losers at most, so it's like an opening hand, although I don't think I would open it. Yes, it does have 9 high and 2 distributions, 11. I just think it's better off with a 2 diamond call. Okay, so 2 diamonds over to the west, who has a 6-4-2-1 and a lot of beefy secondary honors. Queen Jack 10, 8-7-6 in spades, singleton Jack of diamonds. In righty suit, a Queen Jack 10-9, great secondary club suit, and a questionable Jack 10 of hearts. Well, you also have a semi-self-sustaining suit, although you have the bottom 3 rather than the top 3. You have 3 plus 6 is 9. Not the best 9, but with that 8-7-6, that could work nicely. I think, though, let's see, you've got 2 losers in spades, 1 in diamonds, 2 in clubs is 5, 2 in hearts is 7. I don't know, it's just a little weak. If you did bid 2 spades, you're going to give the opponent some fits, but let's just say it's a pass. We might come back to that. 2 north, it's 3 aces and connected king of spades, ace king of spades, aces in the rounded suits, hearts and clubs, and a doubleton in partner's diamond suit. So you'd like to make a forcing bid. See if your partner has a fairly good diamond suit, and perhaps maybe an outside ace or king, which they would show that by bidding the suit. Even if it's higher than diamonds, you still are obligated to show it. If you had a good diamond suit, it doesn't have to be this good, but if you have 2 of the top 3 honors, that's good. And an outside ace or king, you would show it. So 2 no trump, a forcing bid. Over to the east hand is a 5-4-2-2, 5 hearts, king, queen, 5 times, diamonds, 10, 9, 8, 7, king, doubleton, and clubs, and 2 small spades. Pass. To south, well, you don't have any outside aces or kings, but when you have the ace, king, queen 6 times, you make a special bid rather than to bid a suit that has an ace or a king on a secondary suit when you have 2 or 3 in your suit. In this case, where you have the top 3 and 6 long, you rebid 3 no trump. Hopefully your partner's in tune to this. 2 diamonds, 2 no trump, 3 no trump, which would say, yes, I do have the requisite ace, king, queen, and if you have entries in that suit, you can set it up. So let's play 3 no trump in the south, and we'll go ahead and have the lead by east, and I think we know what that will be. The Queen of Spades. to the king. Unfortunately, partner does not have the ace, and they play the 2. Oops, you're supposed to play present count with doubleton, high-low, not low-high. So that should have been a 3 and then the 2. Oh well. Okay, and in south, we're playing the 4. All right, well, we want to go ahead and promote that diamond suit, but the safety play says be prepared for the worst. We've got 6 and 2 is 8, 5 out against us. 4-1 to the jack will happen 28% of the time, a quarter of the time. So if that happens, we don't want to go down. We don't need these extra tricks. We don't have to worry about side suits. So we'll play a diamond and we will duck it in case it's jack 4th. And in fact, it was a jack singleton, but it did have the 10-9-8. We didn't have any of those intermediate cards. Remember, we talked about spot cards as part of this lesson also. But we didn't have any spot cards. The opponents did. So in this case, it was 10-9-8 4th. So same old, wasn't it? So you see the point. We let them have it. They can play a spade again, and we had a second sentinel, a primary honor, to stop it a second time, which is very germane to this line of play. And we were okay. We still had a stopper in each of the other suits. So all right, with one loser there, we go ahead and play our diamond, our last assignment, up to them. And even though it was 4-1, we can now promote all of our diamonds, and we are in good shape. A club to the ace, ace of hearts, and we've made our 9 tricks. So life is good. They get the last 3 tricks plus the 1 for the jack of diamonds, and we have made our contract. By the way, I mentioned what if it was 2 spades over here? It's kind of a marginal bid, and incidentally, they can make 2 spades thanks to their partner's hand. They're going to lose 1 club, 1 heart, 1 diamond, and 2 spades. So North, if you were thinking about making a double, would your partner know if it was penalty or takeout? A lot of partners have never discussed that. I think it should be a takeout in the heart suit or rebid something at the 2 level. It's not worth the risk reward. Maybe you set him a trick. In this case, maybe you don't. You give him a game bonus. So you're not getting much. So I would say 2 of a suit by the opponent intervenes. A double is still for takeout. And if you did get the double, I guess you're going to rebid 3 diamonds, aren't you? On the other hand, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, 2 no trump, I think is a good bid. You've got your 15 points. And yes, it's kind of scattered values, but you may be able to promote partner's diamond suit. And after hearing 2 no trump, south, you should go 3 no trump. All right? Good. Next hand. Okay, on our second hand, 5A, and it's going to get interesting. We're going to have 4 variations of this hand on what the opponent's cards are, and here we go. South has a 6-3-3-1. Not such a good long suit this time. Queen, Jack, 8 6 times. And in hearts, though, Ace, Queen, Jack. Normally we expect with a long suit we have a good chance to have those honors in that suit. This time it's in a short suit. Well, at least they're working. A singleton 10 of clubs, okay, glad it's not an honor, and ace 3 times in diamonds. So we have 7 points in hearts, another 4 in diamonds, another 2 in spades, and we certainly have some length points for another couple for the 5th and 6th. Although that spade suit isn't so stellar with those honors. They're secondary honors. It's not a semi-self-sustained suit. 2 plus 6 is 8. You need 9. So, okay, we'll just open it 1 spade. Over to the west hand. It's a 4-4-3-2, 4-4 in the rounded suits, king 4 times in clubs, 4 babies in hearts, king 10 spot in spades, righty suit, and 10-9-8 in diamonds to pass. To north, it's a 4-3-3. Ugh, we don't like 4-3-3s. There's no roughing opportunities in the hand. But the honors are good in diamonds, king, queen, jack. We wish they weren't tight. We wish they had some accompanying lower cards to promote it. But in the club suit, secondary honors there, but it has the 9-8. Queen, jack, 9-8. Okay, 9-8-7 in hearts, not so good. And at least 9-7-3 in spades. So you got 6 points in diamonds, another 3 in clubs. That's about it. maybe 9-ish at best because you have a flat hand. No roughing opportunity. So I would say 2 spades, a sign-off bid. Over to the East hand, it's a 4-4-3-2, 4-4 in the minors, ace 4 times in clubs, 4 small diamonds, king 10 3 times in hearts, and ace doubleton in spades. So that would be 11 high card points, all primary honors, but no bid. No, that's fine. We will come back to South. Okay, our partners had a sign-off bid, 6 to 9 points. Well, let's take a look now at our losing trick count. Now that we have a partnership fit, that's the normal way we look to take a look at our losers. In our losers, we have 2 in diamonds, 1 in clubs, 2 in spades, and maybe not any in hearts, depends on if we get a finesse. So about 5 to 6 losers. With 6 losers, we would do a help suit game try. We'd ask for help in diamonds if we had it with 6 loser. If it's a 5 loser, our partner should have 2 cover cards. 5 take away 2 is 3 losers, and that's enough for game. So we'll go 4 spades. I think it's closer to a 5 loser than a 6 loser. Okay, and the auction passes out. The opening lead will be a 10 of diamonds, top of nothing. We can win it with our jack, and East plays a 4. Probably should have been a 7, high, low from an even number. They have 4. Okay, at any rate, we have won that trick. And when we have a 6-card suit and they lead that suit, we don't feel very comfortable. When we have a 6 or 7-card side suit, we want to start thinking about trump, don't we? And that's what we're going to take a look at. When we have this missing ace, king, 10, what do we do when we have a 4-card suit against us? Doesn't happen often, but we're going to learn the different ways to play this with different combinations by the opponents. And hopefully you will appreciate some of the techniques we have learned from this. So okay, we can play a heart and do our finesse. It works, that's good. And it's time to go ahead and start thinking about the spade suit. We'll go ahead and play another diamond up to the queen. That's kind of risking it a little bit. And play another heart, come back through a second time. Pretty good play, isn't it? This South knows what they're doing. And why is that? We don't have a lot of entries to the dummies, so you've got to go ahead and capitalize on this while you can. But now that you've played it twice, you don't want to play that suit anymore. So okay, we played a queen of spades. If they're 2-2, fine. But we're going to see that that is not necessarily the best line of play. And we'll get into that in future hand variations. At any rate, we saw a 10, which really makes us happy. So it looks like it might be a 10 doubleton. Hopefully it's not a 10 singleton. But okay, at least we've got the 10 and the ace out. They come back with the ace of clubs, another club, and we rough in. And we can play a low spade, and sure enough, it's the king doubleton. So they were 2-2. So at this point, we can go ahead and pick up the rest of the tricks, and our auction is safe. So here was a combination where the ace, king, 10 were split 2-2. And it didn't really matter how we played that suit. In other words, we could have played low. Okay, next hand variation. So in hand number 2, about the same cards for everybody, but a little different line of play for the declare. Let's take a look at that. The 10 to the jack in the dummy, and this time we're going to play a spade right away, which probably is a good thing to do. So a low spade to, I don't know, we went up with the jack. If we're playing them 2-2, we could have gone low, couldn't we? At any rate, it was played to a jack, which seems like the natural thing to do. More on that later. And next they come back with a spade to go ahead and extinguish the suit. Fine. We'll go ahead and be sure that we leave ourselves an entry to that 9 of spades. And they play a diamond, which we can win it in the dummy. Play the king to the ace. I think we could have done a heart finesse there, couldn't we? I'm not sure why we chose that line of play. Oh well. Okay, so we play a spade up to the 9. Play a heart finesse. We get 1 finesse. We play a spade. We play another spade. We play yet another spade. See if we can make them guess. And we play the 10 of clubs. They win with the ace, and fortunately, they are end played. That wasn't a very good line of play, was it? If we go back and take a look at that, once we got in with that queen of diamonds, you see this was about trick 4, was it? When you win that queen of diamonds, play the finesse now. You're lucky you end played then that they had the ace of clubs. Otherwise, you were going to go down 1. Okay, let's see if we can do a little bit better on our third hand variation. Okay, this time you can see that we have King Singleton against Ace 10 third. Now it starts to get where the cheese a little bit more binding, as they say. So the lead will be that 10 of diamonds to the jack. We'll play smartly again and try a heart right off, and it does, of course, win. This time we play a low rather than the queen, and we see it go up with the king. If you had started with the queen or the jack, those were loser plays. So you see what happens when you have this where you have an isolated honor that way? Yeah. Unless it's an isolated 10, any other isolated honor, you're better to go ahead and play low. And there are 3 out of 4 honors by the opponents, correct? Okay, so they win the king. They play a second diamond. Fine. We go ahead and play another rough since we know that there's at least one more over there. Doesn't feel like it's a singleton there. They didn't lead the suit by West. And okay, so we can go ahead now and play a spade. Let them have their ace. And sure enough, they show it on the other. And then they come back with a spade to our queen, getting 2 for 1. Nice play. Good try over there by East. And we can play our club. They win with the king. And we can see at this point we have the rest of the trick. So the lesson learned here is that when we have singleton primary honor against 3 and the other, which is the more likely split, remember 3-1 happens 50% of the time, 2-2 happens 40% of the time. Okay, let's try the next variation. Okay, the next one we're going to have ace king third opposite the 10 singleton. So the lead this time was a heart. Well, okay, fine. So we get the finesse. Our partner over in the east hand played third hand high begrudgingly, but I guess it was always doomed to be tapped. So okay, we play a spade. If we play a low spade, the 10 is going to fall and they will play low. And if we play the queen, then the 10 falls and we get the king. So in this one instance where it's 10 singleton, the plane of the honor works. That's the only one. So we can see the rest of this hand, they play a low to our 7 and the dummy is fine. We get our club out of the way and they take the ace of spades, fine. They play a club, we rough in, and we have the rest of the tricks. Our diamonds are good, our spades are good, and our hearts are going to be good, or else we can just go ahead and pitch on the club either way. In this case, we don't have to finesse. That would not be one you'd want to do. That would be called practice finesse. You don't take finesses when you don't need to. So you can pitch on those dummy clubs once you're up in the north hand via the diamond suit. So okay, that would be one situation where we would want to go ahead and play an honor, is when the 10 is a singleton against us. Remember, and this is where there's 4 outstanding and it's ace king 10. So how many is that of the honors when you have a singleton? 2-2 we don't worry about, right? They both fall 2 times. When it happens to be 3-1 and it's a singleton 10, so that's half the time of it being a singleton. Well, actually 2 other situations, 1 and 3. So the odds are much less of this happening. So if you played it with felt good to play a primary honor, which we normally feel, the point of the lesson is no, don't do that. Okay, bridge friends, that completes part 3. I hope you enjoyed the show. This was an unusual situation. Normally when we have a 9-card suit, we have primary honors, and it's pretty much easy to pull them unless we're looking for some kind of a rough or cross rough strategy. Most of the time we'll go ahead and pull the trump, and we're going to go ahead and then start to try finesses or promotions on some side suits, most likely in the dummy. In this situation, though, it was the unusual one where we're missing the ace, king, and the 10. In other words, we've got only 2 secondary honors and no spot card, right? So in that scenario where there's 4, they could be 2-2, 40% of the time. More likely it's 3-1, 50% of the time. And if you think it's going to be a singleton 10, then play that secondary honor. But if you think that if it is a 3-1 and the singleton is a primary honor, the ace or the king, which is going to happen twice as much, then yes, you're going to want to go ahead and just start by playing low. Maybe play a low to your queen jack, but just let it ride. And if it goes up with the ace or king, then it's quite clear that you should have ducked. If it's the 10, well, okay, now you've got one of the honors. Now you can go ahead and cover it. All right? Well, okay, in this next lesson, part 4, we're going to take a look at some slam biddings. Yes, we all love to play slams, although once we get them, we hope they play them well because we want that slam bonus. And here, we've got a couple losers in diamonds. Yet if we can go ahead and get to those queens in the side suits, but oh geez, on the south we've got only ace-king doubletons. This is going to be a problem. Maybe we can have the opponents help us. Opponents, you better have your heads up. Be watching the cards or you're going to be helping the declare. And we'll take a look at that coming up soon. So, as always, thanks for coming to Bridge Hands. I hope you enjoyed the show. Appreciate you being here. I look forward to seeing you on part 4. Bye for now.